Hello, lovely.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Good. Nice to meet you. I'm Dr. Nicola and I'm your dermatologist. So I have you in for a full analysis today.
Yeah.
So I'm going to be looking through your scalp, see your face, upper chest, upper back and your arms, okay?
Yep.
Wonderful. So, do you have any concerns at the moment?
There's a couple of larger moles on my back. They're not raised, but because I burn very easily, I'm just concerned that because I can't reach to put sun cream on, that they get exposed more so than my face and my chest. I also have some dark patches coming here because I have lots of freckles. I find as I'm getting older they're clumping together.
Yeah. Okay. Any concerns with your scalp?
Just dry scalp, and my hair's getting a little dry as well.
Wonderful. Okay. Okay, I'm going to put on some gloves.
Yes.
Okay. Just checking your hairline for any dryness and flaking. And a bit of dryness there. Does it itch there at all?
A little bit.
Okay. As I'm going like that, I can see some flaking. So it's definitely dry there. Down here a little bit more. If I can just turn you slightly, that's it. Wonderful. On this side isn't really as dry. Okay, so your hairline isn't too bad, it's just this little section here. Okay, so I can get you to just turn like this and stop about that. I could get you to bend forward for me. It looks okay. Sorry to mess your hair up. I'll just clip a little bit. Sorry. That's it. If you could tilt that way. Thank you. dryness here. I can just get there. Okay, I can go to face that way instead. Just going to clip a little bit, and I can get you to just I can get you to tell that you do have some dryness here. Do you itch there at all?
Sometimes.
Yeah, definitely do getting that off the scalp. Okay. Okay, I can get you to tilt back a little bit. A bit dry here too. Does that feel okay, my love?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to have a look through your hair in a moment. Lovely colour. A nice shine with the light. Is your hair natural or is this coloured?
It's natural.
I'm just looking for any split ends. You don't really have any split ends, my lovely, and your hair does feel nice, thick and strong, okay? It's beautiful colour. Nicely styled, okay. Wonderful. So I'm going to move on now to your back, okay? See if I can get you to face the back wall for me. That's it, wonderful. Okay. So let's have a look what's going on. So I can see obviously this pigmentation here. Alright, you've got some like little freckles I can see, but then the others are more like bigger. Either they've combined or they're new patches from the sun, okay? And I can see that goes down your arms too. Have you always been freckly, or is it something that you've got older?
Always.
Okay.
Get it from my dad.
Okay. A bit more freckle there because it's deeper colour. Yeah, a little more. It's like a skin tack mole, that one, rather than an actual mole itself. So obviously I can see this here. My light. So it's darker than the other patches here, and it is slightly raised, but nothing too excessive. It doesn't look scabby. It looks quite even in colour, and it's quite even around. It's quite symmetrical as well, so I'm not concerned about that. Let's have a look at this. That looks fine, totally fine, that one. So this is a pigmentation patch, but it's slightly raised, okay? Just means it's a lot bigger, deeper, it's pushed its way up. Now these ones are smooth. If I can get you down that way. Okay, so this one is slightly darker and it doesn't feel as raised. So it's darker in the centre, this one, okay. Feels slightly raised in the middle. It's got an even colour other than that. And the shape seems quite normal. Okay, let's have a look at this one. That looks fine. Okay, patches dotted around. Down your bed. These tiny moles. They're perfectly round, nice even colour. So look at here. That feels nice and smooth. Lovely. So this is like a skin tag one. This is the one that's largest. Gently squeeze that. Okay. Looks like a slight indent now. Okay. I'm just checking for hydration. Okay, so you don't have any breakouts on your back, okay? Don't have any blackheads, however, you could do with an exfoliation. Just get that. I'm not doing you that. Can see a little bit of dead skin on your back. Okay, and in the areas it feels a little bit rough, but it feels like there are oily lumps, okay? So if you exfoliated that, they'd all become off. Okay, now I know some people feel the need to like pick them. I know it's a little bit hard, you can't reach your own back, but you know, get a good exfoliation going on that and you can remove that, even if you just use maybe a body brush, okay? Let's have a look with my other light now. It's going to show me if there's any deeper sun damage, okay? Let me look at this more with that. Okay, that looks fine. You've not really got anything deeper, which is good. You're obviously protecting that. I know you were a bit concerned. Here, there's probably some more underneath the skin. It shows up with the light. But if you keep popping on the sun lotion, covering up as best as you can prevent that from getting worse and coming further up, okay? Just have a look. looks fine. Okay, wonderful. So if I could get you to face me. Okay. So I'm now going to have a look at your upper chest and turn your arms. Okay. So the pigmentation obviously comes here a little bit, and there, okay. Now your upper chest, freckles dotted around, definitely some pigmentation patches too. A little mole here. Just a little, so I'm going to look at that in my light. That mole looks fine, nice colour, even shape. That one looks fine. They look fine. Okay, so let's get my lights. Yeah, definitely need to exfoliate as well. I don't know whether you normally exfoliate, do you, or is it something you miss?
I sometimes do it once a week.
Okay, well that's good. It's always recommended to do it once a week. We don't want to overdo it. Two at a push, depending. Okay, let's have a look at this. Can definitely see some deeper damage on the front. I mean, it could have been from years ago, it's just, you know. So again, it's just about protecting this area as much as possible. Okay, let's check the hydration. So a little bit of dehydration here. Okay, here and here is not too bad, but when we squeeze we can see like the lines, and then it looks a bit like a bar of soap, as in the pattern of when you get a soap it's soaked. Okay. We can work within, obviously drink as plenty as we can, but it's about obviously applying something that's going to help obviously penetrate and hydrate that area. Okay, or something that can repair your barrier if it's got ceramides in it or something like that, because that's going to really help obviously the hydration and get it deep within. No breakouts, no blackheads or anything like that. Okay, it looks quite nice and healthy. Like I said, it's just there. Always as well, when you are using skincare, make sure you do bring it here. All your serums, everything, just bring it down. And if you can stretch around the back a little bit as well. Okay.
I never thought of doing that.
Yeah, it's something I've started to do more, is bring it round, especially here, because a lot of the time that's the kind of bits that are on show, so keep them nice and hydrated. Okay, so I'm going to have a look at your arms. Little scar here.
I tend to burn myself a lot. There's one here as well.
Okay, I can see that. A lot of freckles, pigmentation here, very commonplace. Because you've got lighter skin, you're naturally got freckles, burn easily, you know, could have sensitive skin. It could make more, so they will go more to your skin naturally. So if you're out in the sun, you'll find that you'll probably just get them anyway, even if you are wearing sun lotion.
That's very true.
Which is annoying, but it's just unfortunately what happens.
My mum used to say there were kisses from the sun.
Well, yes, definitely. There's a couple of bigger ones, which these are probably more from the sun damage rather than natural. And obviously when we age as well, unfortunately we can get like age spots, pigmentation patches. Look at your hands. Do you use hand cream at all? Okay, so he is quite nice and smooth. That's good. Your fingers look nice and youthful. Here maybe slightly a little bit more. I need to make sure you really get into your knuckles with the cream, okay? Nice and smooth. Let me have a look. Looks pretty much the same as the other side. That's all good. Wonderful. So now I'm going to move on to your face. I'm just going to observe your face, okay, my love? I must say I really like your brows. Nice bone structure and shape. Thank you. So let's have a look. Some pigmentation and some freckles. They're not as noticeable on your face as your arms. You definitely have dehydration on your cheeks, mostly like here. A little bit there, not so much there. Can't see any blackheads or breakouts on the chin. Now touching, you are going a little bit red, so that would indicate to me that you can be quite sensitive.
Yeah.
Okay. That looks clear. I love your lip shape, it's very nice. Nice and smooth. Okay, wonderful. Just go back a little bit. I'll make up my light here. Look. Again, some pigmentation. You don't have any blackheads, it's nice and smooth, and you don't really have any enlarged pores, which is lovely. Maybe a couple there, maybe from a past breakout or something, or a cut or something. You do have a few little blackheads here, but there might not actually be blackheads. You can pop on some strips and see if it pulls out the impurity, and if that works, then they're not blackheads. There's only a couple of diddy ones there. Let's have a look here. Yeah, a couple there as well. I know it's quite warm, so I don't know if your face can often feel a bit clammy or if it's just the heat. But it is a tiny bit. But I feel like here may potentially get a tad oily, especially going through the day. And same with your forehead. Here's not too bad. However, I'm not saying you've typically got oily skin or combination, but sometimes if our skin is quite dehydrated, as you go through the day, it will start to appear shiny, which is your body's way of overcompensating for lack of moisture, basically. So we need to try and keep that as balanced as possible and give our skin that hydration it needs. Okay, so look under the eye. Now, under your eyes are actually very dehydrated. Okay, so that's why it can look a little bit bumpy, but not. And that can make any lines more prominent, especially if we put makeup on, things like that. So what I need you to do is to keep that area hydrated as possible and repairing your barrier. So if you can find a cream or something, CeraVe are great. They've got an eye repair cream. I don't know whether you used it, but if you can put that under, basically any serums you apply, get them up to your eye as best as you can. Eye cream, so you want to do, I don't know, cleanse, double cleanse is a must to remove any grease, oil, and then go in again. Exfoliate once or twice a week, and on that day that you exfoliate, use a mask. So I say for you a hydrating mask, all with like collagen in. I quite like Medicube, the PDRN. I've got Garnier, hyaluron ones, something like that. And you can use maybe like a mineral clay mask, maybe for your nose area, to help draw out any impurities and oil and things like that. And then obviously a face mask for everywhere. And I think it's essential to put eye patches on, so like a mask put under your eyes. I'd say twice a week for them personally. That will really help hydrate under that area. And then put your serums on and then do an eye cream. With the CeraVe I like to do 2 lines and really dab it all in and out. And that's going to help penetrate through the skin, that one, and it will repair the natural barrier. And sometimes if our barrier is a bit broken, that's when we can get dehydration as well. So we can do that, and then you can also add on like an ointment, like CeraVe do the advanced pair ointment, put it in. You'll look a bit greasy, but that will lock in all the moisture that you've applied, and it's also got ceramide in and hyaluronic acid. Same as the eye cream, so that'll work its way down to your deeper layers rather than just surface hydration, which is great. Surface hydration looks fab when you're putting makeup on, and for obviously under your eyes, but you want to help repair deeper to bring it out. And I think if you stick to sort of like that and make sure you're really getting some hydration in here, that will repair this barrier and it will help hydrate the area. So then you can put makeup on and it isn't so tight looking. But if you are sensitive as well, you will be common to getting dryness here potentially, and a bit of dryness.
I have chronic dry eye too, so I have to do drops. So I
Right.
don't know if that's
And then that could be going on your skin as well if they come out. And yeah, so I'm not, definitely use your drops because you need to do that. But because this area is quite dry, in turn your eyes could be quite dehydrated, hence using the drops. So if we can try and repair this section and hydrate, I mean, Aveeno is quite good as well, great for sensitive skin, dryness, hydration, and that's going to also help repair the barrier rather than just on the surface, so anything like that really. Because I can see, like looking, it really does look dehydrated. So I'm not looking at you thinking, oh, you're old. It's not like that. It's the tightness that
the skin's drying in on itself.
Alright, let me just have a look at your forehead. Yeah, your forehead is dehydrated. Slight little line there. Nice tight. So you've got nice supple skin. And you've got like a bounce.
Do you think my hypothyroidism could be the cause of the dryness?
I mean, it could do. I don't know a lot about that. But obviously anything with our hormones can affect our skin. Because it's definitely the main concern to me by looking at your skin is the hydration. You know, your skin's quite nice and supple, quite youthful, nice bounce to it. Some places are well hydrated, but other places are struggling a little bit. And obviously with my touching, it's quite sensitive. So if you are sensitive, you can be prone to dryness naturally anyway. But if we find some products that can help balance it, combat the dryness, repair the barrier, because once the barrier is repaired, then in turn the skin should be nice and smooth. When my barrier was not good, I used a Vino until everything had run out, and my skin was like really smooth and great. So I'd have a look into that, and maybe the CeraVe things for under the eyes. But I'm going to have a look with my light and just have a look across. You don't really have any dark circles. There's not really any hollowing either, maybe a tad bit there, but that's pretty normal for everyone.
It was worse when I had anemia.
Yes, definitely, I can imagine that. But as it stands at the moment, it actually looks quite nice.
The medication as well.
Yes. You definitely need to exfoliate your face. Yeah. So you don't want to put anything too harsh on your skin, not too many additives. You know, don't overlay with glycolic and salicylic and all that kind of product. Hyaluronic acid can be okay, but some people don't tolerate it, and especially in a serum form. If it's in maybe a cream, it's probably not too bad, and that's obviously can help hydrate, but it's kind of overrated a little bit.
A manual exfoliation or a chemical exfoliation?
Well, personally, you would do at least one manual exfo a week. So I would double cleanse, then I would exfoliate, really give it a good, so you don't want anything too harsh or too abrasive, because with like sensitive skin or dry skin you can like harm the skin, and we don't want to do that. Something like Daily Microfragment by Dermatologist, it's like a paste and you can use that. Rituals have got a nice like a scrub, but it's very fine. You know, you can't be using something that's going to be every day. Then do your exfoliation, remove it, go in then with a mask, really let that on for 15 minutes, or if you get one that can last for a little bit longer, that would be great. Remove it, go in with your serums, eye cream, moisturiser, and basically that's how you do the routine.
Yeah, that's evening, right?
Twice a day.
Okay.
Not exfoliate.
Not
twice a day.
exfoliate, no.
So if you're doing it, so in the morning you get up, you do double cleanse, then you go in with, you can use a toner or you can just use cold water. Toners, I like ones that are more antibacterial, but that's because I suffer with breakouts. For someone like yourself, anything kind of soothing would be nice. It can help minimise the look of pores, even though yours are very minimal anyway. But then you'd want to go in, I don't know if you use any serums. I use like PDR and peptides. I have used hyaluronic acid, but my skin don't tolerate that very well. Eye cream, moisturiser, I do that in the morning, night time, then I do the same thing again, unless it's mask day. So if it's mask day, I'll exfoliate, and I only do that once a day. So I like to do it at night time. So daytime, usual routine, night time, go in, exfoliation, you do your mask, you chill out and all that, and then finish off. Whether you use the same products at night and day, some products can only be used at night. It just depends what you're using. Like me, I use a tretinoin product, but that needs to be put on at night. And then sometimes I'll use a like AHA or BHA, and I'll put that on in the morning because it's, you know. But if you were doing any kind of additives or things like that, definitely put that on the sunscreen, because that can make you really susceptible to burning. We don't want to do that. But yes, twice a day really we need to be doing a routine, and always remove your makeup, and especially from the eye area, because if we're not careful it can go obviously in underneath, and that can make us have dark circles. We don't want to do that. You know, another thing would be good for you, especially with it being drier and maybe a bit sensitive, pillowcases, a silk one, a satin one, something like that. Turn your pillow over every so often. Cotton can store bacteria, and you're leaning on it and it's festing and goes back on your face, then you can get breakouts, then you can get more dryness. So I like to change my pillowcase multiple times a week. If I've got a silk pillowcase, it can last longer because the bacteria that don't fester in the cotton, because it's not cotton, basically. So that, and it's also good for your hair as well. And when you're drying your face, like pat it more rather than scrub, because anything like that is going to be, because your skin's quite dry, it's going to be rough, it's going to be flaking it off. I don't want to do that. And then your hair, I think you need to exfoliate your scalp. So you can get, I think it's Christoph Rich or something like that, there's a scrub, it's really nice and thick. So you'd like wet your hair, and then you'd get this scrub and you'd scrub it all into your scalp, proper good scrub. Use like a brush to get it through, rinse it off, then wash your hair, double shampoo, and then your conditioner or mask conditioner. I'm not too sure what you use, but because you've got the flaking dotted around, I can't see any obvious like psoriasis or like eczema anywhere. It could be a bit of build-up of product as well if you're using hairspray, oil, serums, whatever. I
have got a lot of that on today.
Yes, then that could be a little flaking bit. So I'd say if you had the time, maybe once a week, on one of your hair wash days. I don't know how often you wash. Try not to wash every day, because that can strip your natural oils. And then
minimum once, but maximum twice.
That's perfect. That's good. You don't want to be doing it any more than that, because your hair's nice and healthy. So that's good. But if you can do maybe once a week or once every 2 weeks or even once a month, a good scalp scrub, you're going to remove all the build-up product, dead skin, etc., and give you a nice fresh base. And that also in turn will help your hair grow nicely. Okay, but I'm just going to check my last light on your face. Bit of sun damage deep within on your face, but again, the face is always out. But it's just more what you can see, it's just obviously accentuating it. That's not too bad. Wonderful. So happy with that. So they are my recommendations. I'm happy with everything. I'm not concerned about the moles. However, the darker one, just keep an eye on that one, because it is a lot darker, and obviously the centre of it is a little bit slightly different colour. And then the larger patch is a bit irregular, but other than that it's quite even, so just keep an eye on those two ones. But other than that, I'm happy with everything.
Amazing.
Do you have any questions?
No, I think I've covered everything.
Okay, well what I will do is write everything up, give you some recommendations on products, etc., and I'll send them to your email.
That's amazing. Thank you so
All right.
much.
You're very welcome. It was lovely to meet you.
You too.
You take care now.